In this video, I'm going to talk through some of the Teams meeting options that you have. If you are conducting an internal or external meeting inside of Microsoft Teams. The first thing I'm going to show you is the Teams desktop client. There are a couple of feature gaps. A user, internal or external, can join a Microsoft Teams meeting from the web client. They can join from a mobile app. They can join from the Teams desktop client, and they will be able to have almost 100% feature parity. There are two key features that are not in the web version of Teams that are only in the Teams desktop client. I want to show you those. If you click on the more actions, so the ellipses here, show background effects. So if I was to turn on my video and say the background here, I didn't want to show that background. So I want to show a cool, fun background effect. I can click this and hit apply, and then it's going to change that. If you have a state seal that you would like to upload or apply in the background, you can do that. These are the ones that we provide to customers. I uploaded the state seal picture that I had myself. So this is one feature. If you want to use the custom background images such as this, then you do need the desktop app for that. How you would upload, say, your state seal, for example, that is the add new button here. So that is one differentiator. So if you want those fancy background effects, you do have to have the Teams desktop client on your PC or Mac. Another is when you go to hit or initiate your share, there is a button that says include system audio. I don't think it's going to let me show you in this video, but what it is, when you initiate the share, it will be at the top left-hand corner. It's a checkbox. So before you share the video, so say you have a video embedded in your PowerPoint and you want to share that and play back that sound during a meeting, you will need the Teams desktop client for that as well, because you have to check that box before you share the PowerPoint or go to YouTube or wherever that video lives. So to join a meeting, so this is the Teams web client. You can click on the calendar app. You could certainly go into your Outlook calendar and join a meeting from there, but if you're already in Teams and working in Teams, the easiest way is just to click on the Teams calendar and say, this is the meeting that I want to join. I just click join. And I will tell you, these settings are going to be changing over the next few months. But for right now, you have to activate your mouse by moving it around, and you will see the system tray here for your Teams meeting. This is where you can turn on your video from the web application. And you will notice, I would like to just call out when I turn my video on, I don't have that background effect. Doesn't even look like I have blur background. This is where I can mute and unmute myself. This is where you initiate the share. So if you want to share your screen or share a PowerPoint or something to that nature, you will have your options here. The checkbox I was mentioning for the Teams desktop client would be up here in the top left-hand corner. This is your raise hand feature. I will tell you, customers have asked, well, what if I'm the meeting organizer and I don't know who raised their hand first? The nice part about this feature is if you click on the participant list, whoever raised their hand first, if you are the meeting organizer, it will be in order from top to bottom, from most who raised their hand first to the last. So that is how you can understand who raised their hand first. Here's the interactive chat. So in the show conversation, this is where everyone that's a member of the meeting can initiate in a conversation. You can upload a file. You can format the message, have fun GIFs if that is allowed by your agency. The show participants. So if you are a meeting organizer, you would have, and a presenter in the meeting, you would have the mute all button here. If you were the meeting organizer and you had multiple people in the meeting, if you needed to download an attendee report, when you click on the participant list, there will be a drop down arrow pointing down here. One thing to call out, you do have to download that attendee report before you end or leave the meeting, and it has to be done only by the meeting organizer. And then the more actions. So you can now force end a meeting. So if you have maybe you're doing a virtual hearing, maybe you're doing an interview or a virtual job fair, or you're just meeting with a few external folks and internal folks, and you want to end the meeting so it cuts everyone out and closes it for everyone. That is what that end meeting option here is. This is where you can also record a meeting as well. So if you are a presenter and you have presenter rights in a meeting, which by default everyone does unless the meeting organizer adjusts the meeting options, which you can do also. But if you have presenter rights, which are the full functions in a Teams meeting, then you can start the recording here. One important, this is just meeting notes. You can see the meeting details here with the phone number or the link to the meeting. But if someone, so I clicked on show device settings. If someone tells you, I can hear you, I don't know why you can't hear me, or I can't hear you, when you click on, you can advise them to click on the ellipses and show device settings. And from here, they can ensure that their speakers and microphone are adjusted, or if they have a headset, that it's rendering to the headset. And of course, one more thing that you can do as well, if someone's using a web browser, so I'm in Edge, for example, I have my microphone turned on, but it does send you a pop-up the very first time you join a Microsoft Teams meeting from the web that says, you know, please allow your microphone. So you want to make sure people have pop-up blocks opened for Microsoft Teams. Otherwise, they may not see that, and then they're going to think that there's just no audio to the meeting. And then, of course, to leave the meeting, you simply just hang up. And that is how you can join and navigate a Teams meeting using Microsoft Teams. Thank you very much. I hope you have a nice day.